Hi everybody, welcome to another video. Today, as you can see, I'm going to be adding watercolour to these pre-sketched sketches in my Royal Talens sketchbook, and I'm using a bit of a beaten up water brush because I want to do this quickly to show you that it doesn't have to be impeccably masterpiece created to have fun in your sketchbook. So these were inspired from my garden. This, of course, is our dog, and these are the birds and the feeding tree. So I'm going to focus on this area today, and I'm using my Schmink Academy watercolors. They're almost running out, but I have got other paints, but I wanted to use what I have before breaking into others. And of course you don't have to use expensive things. This is my life, my art, and so I invest in it and can afford to get a few extra nice things by saving. And the Academy range is actually very affordable by Schmink. I also like the Daler-Rowney Aquafine range. I prefer it to Winsor & Newton. I'm not keen on Winsor & Newton. So I've added in ultramarine, and I'm just not doing any colour mixing particularly. I sometimes add this kind of sunflower yellow to the sap green, like so. And I muddy my colours and clean them afterwards. And I kind of just add in at the tops, because sometimes the tops are, greener. But I also will add pencil afterwards as well. And this is a great big water bowl that our birds land on. It's more yellow, but I'm going to add this as a base coat and then go over it in green afterwards with the pencil, just to get a coat. I've been experimenting with vegetarian gelatine to make the paper accept watercolour better, but I've noticed that the paper is better for watercolour actually without adding anything to it. So now I've got this brown that I've just already got set there that was drying. I like to have colours that are just set on the palette, and I just add in a bit here. We've got a lot of sparrows coming in at the moment. They've all had young and they're all attacking our food tree, as we call it, with the seed and the fat balls. Funny thing about the birds, they don't seem to like vegetable fat. I got some healthy fat balls from a German company that is on Amazon, but really specifies in birds and everything. But they were made from vegetable fat, and when we put them out, it took them absolute weeks to be bothered with them. They really weren't bothered. And when we got the regular ones from the supermarket that have beef fat, they just attacked it like it was, amazing to watch. Completely ate it all within a matter of hours. So it's kind of interesting when you watch the birds. You do learn a lot from them. So I'm just adding in ultramarine here for the water. And again, I'll be going over with pencil when it dries. I think this picture is rather interesting, the sketch. We've got an old tree that had to be cut down, and the stump was left, and we put a water bowl on top of it, and we have the bigger birds like the pigeons. They land and they will take a bath, and the blackbirds, and they'll peck other birds to keep away while they have a bath. So that's kind of fun. So I think I will also do our dog Genevieve, and I will just do, this is when she's resting outside on the patio. She is about 5 or 6 years old now, I forget. And she's had a lot of problems, and so before she came to us. She is a rescued dog, and so it's nice to see her be able to rest outside, but she doesn't like the summer. She is, of course, a mountain dog and really should be in the mountainous areas. And we are in the centre. So it can get warm, but we have a cool house. But she doesn't often know when to come in when it's hot, so we bring her in. But at the moment, she's resting, enjoying the outside. And we've got the greenery coming in between the pavement here. So I just indicate that with the sap green. And then, again, when it's dry, we can exaggerate that more with pencil. Just to get a rough idea. And she is white, basically. So I'll kind of use pencil afterwards. So she pants a bit, and so I just do her pink tongue there. And I'll clean up afterwards. This brush is really bad. It was just, I think I've shown you in a YouTube video what brush it was. It's not branded. I'm hoping by the time this video goes out that I will have my Rosemary & Co equivalent. And so she's got a kind of caramel. I'll use ochre kind of here and for bits of the ear. It's kind of like an Italian mountain dog, a bit of a mix, a Pyrenean. There we are. I'll do a bit here, because it's kind of all over her, but she is mainly white. Okay, so we'll let that dry and I'll come back later with the pencils. Okay guys, so I've got my pot of pencils here. It's a big mug actually, can you see? Just on camera. These are like all my best pencils that I keep in my Eeyore mug from Winnie the Pooh. It is a really chunky mug. There's no way anybody could drink from it, especially a child. It's one of the heaviest mugs I've ever come across. So after being disappointed with it, that I couldn't use it as intended, I then was inspired by Katie Moody to use it as a pencil pot. So I've got all my Holbein coloured pencils, my Derwent drawing pencils, and my Caran d'Ache luminance pencils. And with that said, I'm going to go for a luminance and use this blue. It's called, I have no idea, Chrysola blue. Anyway, it's that really bright blue. It's the only one that they do. And I'm just going to start adding in the water here. And I'm also going to get, I think this is malachite, yes, and add that in. I think these work particularly well for water, and I often use them in my seascape scenes in my sketchbooks. There we go. And now the yellow is going to be interesting because I only actually have ochre colours. So I might go over with this Chinese white to do a bit of a base. And then, this is a Derwent drawing pencil, by the way, the Chinese white. And then I will see if I can go over with the yellow. If all else fails, I might get my yellow Inktense block. I think I might, I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, so I've got my Inktense block here in yellow. It is a sunflower yellow. Not that they're named, but I can tell you that that's what the regular colours tend to be, is the standard sunflower yellow. So just putting the brush back and forth over it, and then just going over the top. And because when it dries it is permanent, it does actually go over the top of the pencil. and just brightens everything up. So when the reflection of the grass, it will kind of look a bit of a green, and I'm happier with that now. So I just clean off my brush on my rag and we'll let that dry. And then I'll add in more pencil work. Okay, so this is now dry and we're going to add in some green. So I've got a Holbein colouring pencil and this is in sap green. And I'm going to go over the top and you can just about see the marks. They show up and they just add a bit more interest. And I just like to scribble, to be quite honest, because I like to add energy and movement into my work. And the same for down here, just adding different greens. And I will then go for my luminance, and this is the chromium oxide green. And I have actually no pinks or reds. I'm going to be ordering some soon. That's the only colours I don't have. And I haven't actually got a bright yellow. I've got to have a look to see whether luminance or Holbein do a good amount of yellow and green. And then with Genevieve, I'm going to just add some pencil from luminance. This is the sienna, well, raw sienna, basically. That is number 036. It's just nice to add squiggles, really, because all over her is kind of, in places, this kind of ochre colour. And then I kind of go for my white again. I'm actually really heavy on my Derwent drawing pencils white, the China white. They just add a really nice base coat to many of my drawings. And even when there is a white page, I'll still go over the top in white, because I just feel it adds a nice effect. And then here on her paw, and I'll just see if this works here, because sometimes over the top of the drawing, of Derwent drawing, I then do the luminance white, and that again just adds a nice base. And then I might go in with that, because she has the ochre, I'm going to go with a Derwent drawing pencil in light sienna and just do the edge of her paw, because I did have a bit of grey from the paintbrush slipped, and I'm trying to cover that up. To be honest, it's difficult, but it kind of works now. And you have to always know when to stop, because it can otherwise be spoilt if you go too much. And I think really that is where I'm going to leave it, everybody. So I hope you found this interesting and that you'll have a go yourself at trying to capture nature in your sketchbooks. And I'm going to catch you on the next video really, really soon. Take care, creative wishes, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It's free, and when you have, YouTube will let you know when I upload another video. And also, please give me a thumbs up. It helps YouTube to know that you found my content engaging and informative. Bye.